But
Now everybody scream enough respect to the X. Enough respect given.
what's up, YouTube? It's NG, the Neon X, and I'm back. As of tomorrow, it will be January 14th, if memory serves, and it will be the annual Samsung Unpacked event. This time around, they will be unpacking the new Galaxy S21. S21 to coincide with the year 2021. They did the same thing last year with the S20, and so the naming moniker goes. I just want to put my thoughts out there about what I hope to see and what we probably will see, and give my thoughts on some alterations they've made to their typical inbox options. The S21 will come in 3 variants. They'll have the regular S21, they'll have the S21 Plus, and the S21 Ultra. They've been doing 3 variants of these devices for a very long time now. You have the regular, which most people don't even look at. Then you have the Plus, which seems to be the more popular one. Then for he or she who must have all the bells and whistles, they have the Ultra. This time around, I think the Ultra just might be the one to actually look into. Normally, I just leave the Ultra for all the others, and if I do look at one, it's probably the Plus, just because of the size and so on. The Ultra never really had that much more than the Plus, regardless. Just maybe some more storage, or at least expandable storage. Maybe the display had some more pixels per inch, but it wasn't really so much that you would justify paying the extra $300 to $400 for what it offered. The prices of these devices aren't known yet, so I can't say that this Ultra will be $300 or $400 more than the Plus, and the Plus so much more than the regular. But the Ultra does offer some, at least from what I've read, some substantial improvements over the other two, which just might make that price worth it. First and foremost, and the thing that caught my eye, was the Ultra offers S Pen functionality. Now, normally this was reserved for the Note line, but there have been talks within Samsung and the populace itself that the Note line might be coming to an end, because the S and the Note run 2 parallel now. There's not much difference between the two except the S Pen. So people had speculated that this upcoming Note, let's just call the Note 21, which, if all goes well, should be released late summer, early fall, might just be the last Note, the end of a line, because the S21 Ultra can use an S Pen. Now, there's no built-in silo to store the pen, so that's a questionable choice that they made. But if they had put in the silo in the S21, it would have just been a Note 21. So to rectify this, they have made an S Pen with a case, and the case is where you house your pen. From the pictures that I've seen, and they seem to be legitimate, the S Pen snaps into the side of the case and just kind of sits flush within the frame. I think that's a pretty good way to store the pen. The case doesn't seem overly big, especially if you've used like the V60. That has a folding case that when you fold it over on it, itself. It becomes wieldily enough that you can hold it in one hand. And there's a little extra bump on the side there where the fold is, where the hinge is. In this case, that little extra uh, on the side would be where you store the S Pen. I don't expect this case to be as thick as the dual screen case on the V60, but I can see how it works there just based on the pictures, having the little extra at the side. It'll give you a bit more room to hold. I don't know how big the S21 Ultra will be to begin with, but the case will give you a little bit more to hold. If you'll probably need larger hands if you plan on getting the case, and it'll add a little extra weight. Most of these large phones are heavy enough to use them all day in or with one hand. Your arm will become fatigued. There's no question about that. To add this case, you're just adding more weight. But if you are someone who enjoys being able to write down notes and the use of the S Pen, all of its Bluetooth functionality that they built into it, the ear gestures and taking snapshots, and who knows what they may have added this time around. The extra might be well worth it. Now, the S21 Ultra doesn't come with the S Pen and the case, so that's an additional, I don't know how much. Again, some prices have leaked and there's no way to know what or which one is right, but I've heard anywhere from $40 to $90 for the S Pen and the case. I think the $40 might be a bit on the low end, simply because Samsung sells regular cases but with no S Pen for that $50-60 line, or within that space. And an S Pen to replace your S Pen on the Note was around, if I remember, like $39. So I assume they would just combine the cost of a nice case and the S Pen, so you're looking at around $70 for this combination for your phone. At least that's how the math works out to me. Now there's the case. I saw two cases. Again, don't know how true any of these are. One of the cases was just a snap-on case for the back of the phone that houses the pen on the side. Now the other one I saw was one of their smart cases that has the flip off screen, and again the pen, or the S Pen, I assume went in the bottom. I didn't actually see where the S Pen went in found when I saw the case, but if that's the case, you will at least have some options of how you want to store your S Pen on your Galaxy S21. Me personally, I wouldn't go with the fold over screen. I had one for my Note 8, and though it looked nice, it was functional enough. The case itself got damaged pretty quickly. It looked nice, but as far as being sturdy, the lining on the front came off. It just wasn't the best experience for me. Not to say that they haven't fixed those issues in the years since I've had the case, but I've always preferred a simple case for my phones, preferably transparent, so you can still see the original look of the phone. So here's hoping that something like that does exist for the S21 Ultra. If all is well, I should be able to get one and just see exactly how it compares to, let's say, my F20 or S20 FE, a phone that I do enjoy using very much. I'm not really sure what they could do besides maybe something in the camera department to really outdo what they've done with the S20 FE, because that is a wonderful device. It's doing the camera work right now. So there's that. So we'll see how those go. They also have the earbuds, or the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. Of course, these are to rival Apple's iPod Pros. Um, and it's kind of weird because I think just last year they released the Galaxy Buds Live, and not too long before that they had the Galaxy Buds Plus. So now they have the Galaxy Buds Pro. So that's within the span of 2 years, they've released three different or three variants of their Galaxy Buds. Now, I got the original Buds. I bought them outright, and then when I got my Fold, the Fold came with a pair of Galaxy Buds as well. So I've had two of those. The Plus didn't really do it for me. I heard that it was better battery life. It sounded somewhat better, things along those lines. But the regular Buds were working for me just fine. I just practically feel the need to upgrade. The Live, I love the shape, I love the feel, I love the sound. So the Live, I did upgrade my Buds to, and I love them. Now the Pro, I'm a little hesitant, simply because at least in the design department, they went backwards. Now, with all of the Buds that I've had, not as Galaxy Buds, but earbuds in general, they never fit me particularly well, at least in my right ear. Well, let me not say all of them. The Sennheiser Momentum Wireless, those for me just perfect in both ears, and the Surface earbuds, those as well. Not quite as tight as the Sennheisers, but second best. They fit and they're extremely comfortable. You forget they're in your ear every time. So when I saw the shape of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro, it gave me pause. It's almost like they went back to the original Buds, one of which likes to fall out of my right ear, but changed the shape to be more rounded, way more sleek. So I like the look, but I don't think the design will work for me just because of how my ears are. Now, of course, I'll want to get them and hear them and see if they are that much better than the Live. I doubt they'll be better than the Momentum Wireless, because that's some audiophile grade tech right there. But I am curious to see what strides they've made in the audio department as far as earbuds go, because right now it's been my Momentums and my Surface Buds. Yeah, even over the Buds Live. I mean, I love the way the Buds Live fit. I mean, they don't go anywhere. They're great little buds, but I just love the way the Surface Buds feel and how the Momentum wireless sound. So I'm hoping that the Buds Pro fits somewhere in there, so I can have 2 to 3 buds that I can just go through and pick one at any time, depending on what I'm doing, where I am, have each bud to fit each situation I might be in. That's how I just like to do things. I have other buds, they get very little use, and I know it's kind of sad. The Pixel Buds, the right bud just refuses to work. I know it's a common issue. Google said that they're working on a fix. Well, the fix hasn't come with any of the updates that I've had, so I'm unable to use the Pixel Buds as much as I liked them. My Sony wireless WHATIMINX2, I don't even remember the name of those. Great buds, sound great, but I just prefer the Surface Buds over them. And I have some others as well. So I just hope that the Galaxy Buds Pro can fit into that top 3, so I have a third to choose from. I mean, if I guess I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Now, one thing I do like, again, this is all hearsay, rumors, speculation. I do hear if you order one of the new S21s, they will throw in a pair of the Galaxy Buds Pros for free, as you know, a gift. A lot of manufacturers do this to try to entice you to go with their new device in one way or another. I was going to try to get them both. So to give me one for free, that's a plus. And I mean, it's the least they can do, and this is a great little segue. It's the least they can do because they're actually taking items out of the box. So to add something to it kind of balances it out. Now, I'm not a fan of how Apple does certain things. You know, I don't particularly talk about Apple much when they get a product that I may have an interest in. I get the product, I tell you guys that I have it, and it's pretty much left at that. But recently Apple had decided to take the charger out of the box. It's a controversial move. I understand why. I just don't like the way they are wording why. They say it's for the environment, which I'm sure in the long run it is, but we all know for them it's just about making more money, because a lot of people are going to have to buy an extra charger. It is what it is. It's all powerful dollar, regardless of what they say. But just like when they decide to remove the headphone jack, a move that I am still upset about because I like great audio. When they remove the jack, all other companies, well, almost all other companies decide to follow suit. And now most phones that you purchase in the flagship line do not have headphone jacks. Now some of the lower tier and mid tier phones do. I'm not sure why that is. Simply because if you could fit in those smaller, lower tier phones, there's no reason why you can't fit in the more expensive, higher tier phones. It'd be like you're paying so much more, you would think that you would want everything in that high-end phone. But I digress. So this time around, Apple decided to get rid of the power brick. Can't say I particularly agree with it, but I do understand it. Simply because, at least with someone like me, I definitely don't need any more power bricks. Clearing out my drawers of all my old tech industry stuff, I came across this. So many power bricks not in use. This is a 10. I think I got maybe 20 something power bricks in here, from slow chargers to fast chargers, things for all kinds of phones, for VR headsets, just power bricks. And this is not the ones that are being used. The ones being used are being used, powering whatever devices they need to charge up. So for someone like me, I definitely have the power bricks to use, even if whatever device I buy doesn't have an extra power brick. So for Samsung and Apple, and I'm sure a lot of others, I think Oppo is doing the same thing, Oppo or Huawei, to not offer the power brick. I get it, but there are those that this might be their first device, or they just don't have the abundance of power bricks. I think it should at least be an option to have your device come with a power brick in it. Again, I think Oppo or Huawei, one of those Chinese companies, is said to be doing that. You can buy the phone without the power brick, and it'll be a little less. Or if you want the power brick, it's a little more, but not as much as buying it separately. You get a discount buying them both together in the box as opposed to buying them individually. So I've seen alleged pictures of the S21 box and the phone, and sure enough, it's a very slim box compared to how the F20 box was and all the devices before. Because look, they had the power brick. Before that, they had the power brick and the headphones, stuff along those lines. Now there's Nothing. It's just the phone and a charging cord. Before you know it, they won't even offer the charging cord. It'll just be the phone and the paperwork, and then there won't be any paperwork, because when you turn on the phone, the instructions will be right there. Now that wouldn't be that bad because you're going to turn on the phone anyway. So if you do really need to understand how to use the physical aspects of your phone, how to charge it, how and whatnot, if it's about the environment, there should be nothing in that box but the phone. And the phone should be in a box made of recycled components, which as soon as you open it, it breaks down and turns into whatever it may turn into. You know, if it's really about the environment, that's how I see this going. Not the way it's currently going, where, oh well, we're going to take it out, but you know, most users are just going to spend more money to buy it anyway. Because again, full circle, it comes back around to the money aspect. But so there's that. Now the last thing that we know that we are going to see at the event is the tags. Now I've seen tags like this before. It's a tag where it can connect via Bluetooth to any device, and it allows you to track your device wherever it is. So if you lose your phone, the tag will be able to let you know where your phone is, things along those lines. I think it's kind of weird, but I know that Apple was doing one, and I think actually bought one for my wife because she kept losing her key, her house key. So I bought her a Bluetooth tag, which, you know, she lost the Bluetooth tag and then ran it over with our car. So it is what it is. But I can see the use in tags. If you put one on your keys, you put one wherever, you know, there's an item that tends to grow legs, as they used to say, grow legs and walk away. Tag it, and you'll be able to track it on your phone. Don't tag in your purse, or tag in your wallet. Throw a tag on in your coat. You know, just things that may happen to be thrown to the side, left in the car, whatever, and you just can't for the life of you remember where you put that thing. Throw a tag on it, and as long as the tag's in, you have no need to remove said tag. You should be able to track it with any device you have. Now, I'm not sure of the range of these things. Don't know if it does connect via Bluetooth. I know I said that before. Maybe it's not. I assume it is. Maybe it can be tracked through satellite. So even if you're in some other state, some other country, you can still say, "Oh, I left my thing at the hotel in Bangkok." You know, if once we have to travel again, that might be a thing. So that's what I know is coming during the Samsung Unpacked event 2021. Now, I do hope they have one more thing, just to wet our whistle for the future. I did see a mock-up of the Z Flip 3, and the Z Flip 3 looked very much like a S21 that you can hold, that you can fold. This folds right over. It has the same kind of weird camera notch at the back, which, you know, it really stands out. But beside that, it had a large screen. Now, we all know the Z Flip 5G. I think I call this one the Z Flip 3. My bad. We all know the Z Flip 5G. Just like the original Z Flip, had a very small screen, much like a ticker. Yes, you could see things on it, you could get info, but it wasn't very useful, you know, beyond a quick glance, get a notification. Now there's, from what I saw, if it's real, there's a larger screen on the outside, which kind of balances out the camera hump. And I assume the rest is just what we'll get in the S21, only with a folding clamshell design. So I do hope that they at least confirm that. Maybe they have one there just to say, hey, look at this, it's coming, you know you want it. But I know personally I do. That or the original Z Flip, which I no longer have. It was purple, it was great, but it just didn't fit into what I was doing at that time. So to show off the Z Flip 2 would be wonderful. As a one more thing, I look forward to hearing and seeing the S21, getting more details, hearing some of the actual specs, you know, straight from the horse's mouth, as they say, seeing how the tags work, and hearing what they say about the pros. Because as far as features go, I really don't know. So it's always very exciting to see what they can tell you, what they can share about their upcoming devices that the leakers haven't been able to get to. So I do look forward to the event. When all is said and done, I'll come back with my opinions on it, and I guess we can chat then. With that said, my name is NG, the Neon X, and Samsung Unpacked 2021. This is what I'm into.